Yeah, this thing's very, again, very close.
Took me a minute. Sorry, there you go. Very well. We'll talk.
Mobile Lynch Dance Company located in Lake Ronkonkoma. Happy Irish Night. We are so happy to be here performing for you all. We have a couple of routines lined up, so please feel free to clap along and enjoy.
Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb. Well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is a parting one, two, three. Pray, won't you tell me who is she? Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb. Well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is a parting one, two, three. Pray, won't you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door and they ring that bell. Oh,
us. We love performing for you. We hope you all had a great time watching us, and have a great night. Thank you.
You know, Joe, I was thrown at a river dance for moving my arms.
Oh boy. How you guys doing tonight? We're the Brooklyn Bards. So happy to be all the way out here in Brooklyn. This beautiful, beautiful place. We're gonna start with a great tune. This one's a Scottish dance called the Gay Gordons.
St. Patrick's Day is August.
Healing toe for toe, arm in arm and up we go, up to Marie's wedding. Bird green and black and brown, past the ship through the town. I swear up to Marie's, we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and up we go, up to Marie's wedding. Past the shilling through the town, all for the sake of Marie. Say, we gaily on we go, here for healing, toe for toe, arm in arm, and up we go, up to Mary's way. Plenty herring, plenty meal, plenty Pete to fill her creel, plenty Barney Barnes' wheel. That's a toast for Mary. Step gaily on we go, hip for healing, toe for toe, arm in arm, and up we go, up to Mary's way. Cheeks as bright as Rowan's are, brighter far than any star. Fairest of them all by far is my darling Mary. Step we gaily on we go, here for healing, toe for toe, arm in arm, and up we go, off to Mary's way. This next one we often say is about our hometown of Brooklyn. This is called Dirty Old Town. Harmonica? Lying low by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal. Kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on the beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm going to make a good sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. Will chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. I dreamed a dream by the old canal. Kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town. Thank you. All right, next I'm going to grab my banjo here. We're going to do one that the kids always love. This one's called The Rattling Bog.
What'd you hear? Oh, I thought we were supposed to know this song.
Down in the valley, oh, in that bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree, a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, on that tree there was a limb, a red limb, a rattling lemon tree, tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Down in the valley, on that limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, branch on a limb and a limb on a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, on that branch there was a twig, a rare twig, a rattling twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a limb and a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, on that twig there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, and a nest and a twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, in that nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg in the nest and a nest and a twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a limb and a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, on that egg there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, and a yag and a nest and a nest and a twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a limb and a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, on that bird there was a feather, a rare feather, a rattling feather, and a feather, a bird, and a yag and a nest and a twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, on that feather there was a pretty or where flee, flee on a feather, on a feather, on a bird, on a bird, on a yaggity, yaggity, nest, and nest, and twig, twig, and a branch, and branch, and a limb, and limb, and a tree, and a bug. Rock down in the valley, oh, 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 the rattling bug. Down in the valley, oh, 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 the rattling bug. Down in the valley, on that flea there was a spotter bear, spotter rattling spot. Spot on a flea, and feather, feather, bird, bird, and egg, and a nest, nest, and twig, twig, and a branch, branch, and a limb, limb, and a tree, and a bug, down in the valley, oh, 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 the rattling bug. Down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bug. Down in the valley, oh. There you go. All right, we're gonna do, this one's a real ancient tune, going back to around the year 1700. Right, Johnny?
Yeah, I think we established something like that a while ago.
Referring to my birthday.
Oh, that's your birthday. You remember it being written.
I remember it well.
It was in the charts, in the Billboard, right?
In hieroglyphics.
This is called the Carolyn's Concerto. Not a lovely tune. All right, here's a much more modern tune from a great band called the Saw Doctors. This is called Never Mind Strangers.
To make it last, sure she will all end up in somewhere like the drink in last night's glass. But we take this chance together. Let's not think about the end. Never mind the strangers, 'cause I'll always be your friend until the end. tomorrow, or if it all just ends. Never mind the strangers, 'cause I'll always be your friend until the end. But sure, that's the way it goes. Been shaken, rocked and rattled, taking jabs and body blows. They're strength in being together, like a seal by them or bent. Never mind the strangers, 'cause I'll always be your friend until the end. Was it some night drinking a gay Brown's pub? Every soul is welcomed in. On this fine summer's evening, as the blue of night descends. Never mind the strangers, 'cause I'll always be your friend until the end. Then it doesn't beat a dead home if you put it to the test. But at least we took the challenge. We didn't just pretend. Never mind the strangers, 'cause I'll always be your friend until the end. All right, well, we thank the Irish Society of the Hamptons for having us here tonight. This one was a special request by our gracious host, Mr. James. There. This one's called Wild Mountain Time.
time is come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Where you go, I see you go, and we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Will you go? I see you go. I will build my love a bower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will build all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie? Go, and we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone, I would surely find another where the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? Go, and we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. We'll go, lassie, go. We'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie? Go, will you go, lassie? Go. Thank you. So much. All right, now we have a little medley of jigs. It's a great one for you guys to dance to. Everybody wants to dance the jig. This is called Connachtman's Rambo, along with the Kesh Banish Misfortune.
Rambo?
I know I'm rambling, I got it.
Oh, they were?
All right, well, here's another one in what we would call Celtic rock. This one by a great American band called the Dropkick Murphys. You might know this one. So sing along.
Yeah. It was terrible. They got stuck on the
Very much. Take a minute to introduce the band. To my left right here on the drums, the cajones, is Mr. John Kosciuszko. All the way from Galway we have Johnny Holleran on the guitar. Thank you very much. And I'm Joe Mayer.
You may have noticed our friend Joe here plays a couple instruments, so we're going to get him back onto the violin now. Or the fiddle, if you prefer. So, don't forget,
in this case, it's the fiddle.
So, this is a tune from a group called the Waterboys, who settled in Ireland and did an Irish-themed album or two back in the late 80s. This is one of those tunes from the album Fisherman's Blues. Hope you enjoy it.
full of soul with the light of my hands. You and my then all the chains are hung around me will fall away at last. And on that fine, faithful day, I will take thee in my hands. I will ride on the train. I will be your fisherman with the light of my hands.
Thank you very much. Yeah, all right, well, we always got to do a song about moonshine, I think, right, Johnny? This one's called The Moonshiner.
It usually comes up somewhere in the lyrics, somewhere on one of these songs.
No songs about whiskey, though, right?
Well, that's too risky. Maybe later. You guys having a good time? All right. Shiner for many a year. I spent all my money on a whiskey and beer. I'll go to some hollow and I'll set up misted, and I'll make you a gallon for a $2 bill. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. If you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I enjoy. The moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. I'll go to some hollow in the old country. 10 gallons of wash, I can go on a spree. No women to follow, the world is all mine. I love none so well as I love my moonshine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long try me. I'll eat when I am hungry, and I'll drink when I'm dry. But the moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. If the moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Yeah. Thank you all. All right, well, this is a really fun tune with a little Middle Eastern flair. This was the first song on the first Planksty album. It's called The Raggle Taggle Gypsy. But we played a lot more fun, I think. For all you Raggle Taggle Gypsies out there. Gypsies came to our whole door. They came brave and boldly, oh. One sang high and the other sang low, and the other sang the Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. Some stairs down, says a lady went, put on her suit of leather, oh. There was a cry all around the door as she's away with the Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. It was late that night when the Lord came in, inquiring for his lady, oh. The servant girl supplied to him, she's away with a Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. He's a Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. Saddle me up, me milk white steed, me big horse is not speedy, oh. I will ride and I'll see me bride, she's away with the Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. He rode east and he rode west, he rode north and south, so. And when he rode to the wide open field, it was there that he spied his lady, oh. Why did you leave your house and your land? Why did you leave your money, oh? And why did you leave your only wedded lord all for the Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh? Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. It's a Raggle Taggle Gypsy, oh. goose feather bed, blankets drawn so comely over. Tonight you lie in a wide open field in the arms of a raggle-taggle gypsy. Oh, what do I care for me goose feather bed? What do I care for blankets? Oh, what do I care for me only when adored? I'm away with a raggle-taggle gypsy. Oh, raggle-taggle gypsy. Oh, raggle-taggle gypsy. Oh, he's a raggle-taggle gypsy. All right. Well, this one, great tune about moving to New York from Ireland. There's lots of those types of tunes. We do lots of them. This one's called The Streets of New York. I was 18 years old when we went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said me father, stop rushing like hell, and remember all is not what it seems to be. For there's fellas who cut you for the coat on your back, or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, me old bucko, and mind yourself well. And would you give this sweet note to my brother? At the time, Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn. My father, the youngest, looked after the farm. When a phone call from America said, send the lad over, and the old fella said, sure it wouldn't do any harm. For I've spent my life working this dirty old ground for a few pints of porter and the smell of a pound. And sure, maybe there's something you learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home. Take it easy on me. So I landed in Kennedy, and a big yellow taxi carried me and my bags through the streets and the rain. Well, me poor heart was thumping around with excitement, and I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the Shore Parkway through the flatlands in Brooklyn to me uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang You're as free as a bird. Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was that Benji got shut down in an uptown parade. And while I was flying away to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold city morgue. When I phoned up the old fella, told him the news, I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told me, go ahead with the plans, and not to forget, be a proud Irishman. So I went down to Nellie's Bays beside Fordham Road, and I started to learn about lifting the load. But the heaviest thing that I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. I went home that December cause the old fella died. Had to borrow the money from Phil on the side, and all the bright flowers and brass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of my father. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth, and into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded a train and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I set foot in Dublin. The kids know to use the correct knife and fork. But I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I see Law and Order in the streets of New York. Na 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 na. The streets of New York. Gotta tune this thing a little bit. These instruments don't love humidity.
How old is that banjo, Joe?
This banjo is from about the year 1935, I want to say. So 90 years old. It's a Slingerland, company famous for making drums, but before they made drums, they made banjos. So, I love this thing. All right, well, we're gonna play a more upbeat tune. This is another one from the Celtic rock category, from a great band called Flogging Molly. This is called Drunken Lullabies. Glisten once again. 500 years I tell it might have blown us all to hell. What Savior rests while on his cross we die, while forgotten freedom burns. As the shepherd led his lambs away to the bigot and the gun, must it take a life for hateful eyes to glisten once again? 'Cause we find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies. Woo! I watch him stare as Royston's eyes turn a darker shade of red, and the bullet with his sniper lie in their bloody gutless cell. Must we starve on crumbs from long ago through bars these men made steel? Is it a great or little thing we fought, nailed the conscience best to kill? Must it take a life for hateful eyes to glisten once again? 'Cause we find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies. Ah, but maybe it's the way you were taught, or maybe it's the way we fought. But a smile never grins without tears to begin, for each kiss is a cry we all lost. Though there's nothing left to gain, but for the banshee that stole the faces passed like memories seem to fade. No color left but black and white, and soon we'll all turn gray. But may these shadows rise to walk again with lessons truly learned. When the blossom flowers in each our hearts shall be the newfound faith. Must it take a life for hateful lies to glisten once again? 'Cause we find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies. 'Cause we find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies. Singing drunken lullabies. Yeah. There you go. All right, well, we're in the Celtic rock mood. We got another Saw Doctors tune. Johnny's gonna sing this one. This one's called N17. It's named after a famous highway over there. Doesn't exist anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, it's a bit like Route 66. It's got, there's parts of it there, but no, it's kind of been replaced.
Yeah, good. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll throw away the garbage. Where's the garbage?
So this is a tune from the Saw Doctors.
Well, I didn't see much future when I left the Christian Brothers school. So I waved a goodbye with a wistful smile. I left that girl a tune. But sometimes when I'm reminiscing, I see the prefect and my friend, and I know that they'll be changed or gone the time I get home again. And I wish I was on that N17. Stone walls and the grass is green. I wish I was on that N17. Stone walls and the grass is green. Traveling with just my thoughts and dreams. When the old fella left me to Shannon, was the last time I traveled that road. As returned, left to Cape Galway, I could feel a lump in my throat. As I pictured 1,000 times that I traveled that well-worn track, and I know things would be different if I ever decide to go back. And I wish I was on that N17. Stone walls and the grass is green. I wish I was on that N17. Stone walls and the grass is green. Traveling with just my thoughts and dreams. Now as I tumble down highways, filthy overcrowded trains, there's no one to talk to in transit, so I sit there and daydream in vain. And between those
Thank you very much. Joe Mayer this time on tin whistle, also known as a penny whistle or on Fadog Stone.
You sure tin whistle?
All right, we're gonna do a beautiful tin whistle tune. This one we call the Chieftain Slide. All right, we're going to give you one that you probably know. Actually, two songs. This is one of the more famous of the Irish tunes. This is called The Black Velvet Band. was found. And many an hour sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town, till a sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Her eyes that shone like diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a velvet band. Well, as I went out strolling one evening, not meaning to go very far, well, I met with this pretty young damsel, selling her wares in a bar. Well, what she took from a customer and put it right into me hand. Well, the law came and put me in prison. Bad luck to the black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. The next morning before judge and jury, for the trial I had to appear. Well, the judge, he says, my young fellow, the case against you is quite clear. And 7 long years transportation, you're going to Van Diemen's Land, far away from your friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Sing with us. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Well, now come on, you jolly young fellows, I'll have you take warning from me. Whenever you're out on the liquor, me lads, beware of those pretty collies, 'cause they'll fill you with whiskey and porter till you are not able to stand. And the very next thing that you know, lads, you've landed in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes that shone like diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. One more time. Her eyes that shone like diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. With her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. 2, 3, 4. I've been a wild roamer for many went, and I told the landlady my money was spent. When I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a customer like yours I can have any day, and it's no hey, never. Rise up your skirt, no nay, never, no more. Like play, the wild over, no never, no more. Well then from me pocket I pulled sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says, I have whiskey and me wine's all the best, and the words I spoke sure were only in jest. And there's no nay, never. Rise up your skirt, no nay, never, no more. Like play, while over, no never, no more. No, nay, never. Rise up your skirts, no, nay, never, no more. Will I play the fire over? No, never, no more. I'll go home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they'll caress me as oft times before, sure I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. Rise up your skirt, no, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. One more time, and it's no, nay, never. Rise up your skirts, no, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no. Yeah, thank you. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Participation.
Let me pour this in. No, nay, never.
All right, here's another chance to dance. We call this one the drunken jig.
I probably will because I never did with you. And I wanted to, when I went to and I wore it. I was very happy. No, I had white pants. But I
very much. So we'd like to thank everyone here for coming out tonight.
Make sure you look us up on the web. We're on brooklynbards.com. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram also. If you look up Brooklyn Bards, B-A-R-D-S.
And everyone that helped bring us out here, thanks very much. And get us all set up. Thanks to our sound guy out here.
Thank you, Ryan.
Word for the pipers and the dancers. They did a great job.
Jamie gone. I mean, it's speaks for itself. Some Jamie look over to me. Just put you see they
All right, we're going to do the most beautiful of the Irish ballads. Maybe it's the most popular, at least. This one's called Danny Boy. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft you tread above me, and all my grace shall warmer, sweeter be. For you will abide and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come. All right, here's another great little medley of jigs. This one called The Siege of Venice. Thank you so much. You guys have been an amazing, amazing crowd. Really, really love playing here. We got one more for you. This goes out to all the Galway girls. That's right.
Jesus, a fierce amount here.
What's with this big camera, Regina? See this huge camera over here? You would have been disappointed. Oh, I would have.
Well, I took a stroll down the old long walk. When I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a grand soft day. Well, I asked you to fella to do. But if her hair was black and her eyes of blue, I knew right then the taking a whirl down the salt hill from the Galway girl. All right. We were halfway there when the rain to a flat downtown on a fine soft day. Can I ask you, friend, what's a fella did do? Her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I let her twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. All right. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hey, with a broken heart and a ticket home. Hands off, and I ask you, friend, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? I've traveled around, been all over this world, 'cause I've never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a great evening. Thank you, Brooklyn Bards. Thank you to the town of Southampton for such a beautiful facility here. I want to thank Maureen's Haven for being here to collect donated food for those that are homeless. Thank you for everyone that brought food to donate to them. We appreciate it. please go to our website, hamptonsirish.org. Please consider being a part of us in other events like this.
And if you don't want to do it on the website, then I have these applications here that you can come and see me and get one, okay? Thank you! What a great night! Thank you! First and many, we hope!
I